Well, welcome back, Green Architecture. We are moving on to steps 5 and 6 of the shipping container project today. We should have completed several steps already. By now, we have worked through this and we have defined the problem. We've looked at the design briefs, we've defined the problem. We have worked on some design sketches. So if you think of our design process that we looked at on day one, first one was to define the problem, which we did here. The next one was to generate concepts, which we did in designing sketches in step 2. Then we had to move on to the decision matrix, which is step 4, which from there we basically had to decide which of the sketches we wanted to use. And finally, we are up to final design sketch, which is the third step in the design process, which is to develop a solution. So in this step, you will be using your architectural templates to sketch doors, furniture, fixtures, and appliances into your final design. Once you've got that all in place, you'll put additional walls in as you see necessary in your design. You'll then color code your sketch so that you can show us the surface area should be sketched that are colored in green, the sleeping area should be colored in blue, the living area in red. All right, to give you some ideas what this might look like, I'm going to show you some examples. But first, I want to just briefly talk about some tools that I had given you on day one, and those are our templates for the things we're going to add to it. So you've got 3 of them. One of them is called the furniture template. And what this does is it gives you ideas of how big things are. Mattress sizes, for example, the king is 80 by 78. All right. So if you look at our sizing here, 80 is the full length of this, 78 would be the full size. So that is a king size bed. Now, if we had a queen size bed, it's 80, the same length, but it's only 60. So it would be to that line. So this area would be our queen. If we wanted to have a full-size bed, 75 by 54. So 75 is to right here, 54 is to right about there. So if you can envision, that's our size. The idea of these templates is to help you realize sizes so you can draw them somewhat accurately on your sketches. This has representation for what a sofa or a couch, love seat might look like, some chair ideas, probably not going to have a grand piano, but there's a grand piano in there. Table sizes. Maybe you want to have a nightstand next to your bed, a 14-inch by 14-inch nightstand, or 18 by 18. There are other different things. Refrigerators, ranges give you size of that. A range is another name for a stove. If you want to have like a round table, those might help you with that. Some other templates that we have to work with is the one called the home furnishings template. And that one has things like, here's bed sizes already created for you. Sizes of tables, a 48 or a 4-foot table, 42-inch table. You might have a rectangular table. There's that piano again. Rectangular tables, maybe you want a sofa and a couch, another layout for that. And the last of the templates that I had provided you with is what we call the house plan template. Gives you that reminder of what our doors look like. So this should give you an idea how big is a 2'6" door, 2'8", 2'10", 3 foot, things like that. So it gives you some ideas. Washer and dryer, ranges, round tables again. Water closets, we know those as being our toilets. We also have wall lavatories or our sinks. So it gives you some general sizes of those. That's the purpose of the templates that I gave to you. Now, to give you an idea of what this might look like, I'll show you an example that I've completed to show you. This is my sketch of the shipping container final sketch. And if you think of this, basically what I did is I took one of my sketches where I'd laid out my templates. Remember, we cut those, we folded those out of an index card. There was one. Here is my second one. Here is my third one, and there is my 4th one. Remember, we've placed them together. They have common walls in between them. Okay. Once I got that done, what I did is I started putting in additional walls. So I took this container and I split it by putting a line here. Part of it is my bedroom, part of it's my bathroom. I looked at the other container and I decided to put my closet space in. So a shared area here is my closet space. So I put some walls in there. I had a big bedroom here, and then I had a laundry room down here. So I put an additional wall right there, created my openings for my doors. In the middle one, I decided that whole big room, that 8 by 20 area is going to be my living room. Well, it also has some walkways so I can get from my living room to my bathroom, bedroom, my dining room, my kitchen. So it kind of is walkways or paths through the house as you see it. And I created an opening. Remember, we can have openings up to 8 feet wide. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5.5 wide. This opening is 1, 2, 3 feet wide. So in my house, I wanted to flow so I can go from my kitchen easily into the living room. So if you're in here, you want to go get a snack, easy access. If you're in the dining room, you can easily flow into the living room, or likewise, you can come around to the kitchen from there. So once I've got that all in place with my walls, I added my doors. Okay, so you see several doors in there. Remember our idea for a door, put your dividers as far as where they start. A diagonal line followed by an arc. That's an easy way to represent a door. Remember that this is our hinge point on our door. Likewise here, here, here. All right, once I had my doors in, I put all my windows in. Again, a little divider to tell me it's a 2 foot wide window, and I put a couple lines there to represent that that's a window. From there, I've got my walls in, I've got my doors in, I put my windows in. Now I can finish detailing out my sketch by, again, using the templates that I've given you. You might go room by room. Okay, I started with my bathroom. I put in a water closet. I put in a vanity. I decided to put a tub and a shower into mine. My queen size bedroom. I have a dresser, nightstands on both sides. Likewise, a bed, nightstand, just one in this particular one. A dresser. My laundry room, I have a washer and a dryer. My living room has a couch or a love seat, a chair, a table that I could put my TV on. So a table with a TV on it. I put a kind of a coat closet right here, so it's near the access from the entryway. Slide into my kitchen. You can see I have a range or a stove top. I have a sink and I have a refrigerator, keeping in mind the kitchen triangle that we talked about. My dining room, I basically just put a table and some chairs in that, and I added a linen closet. So if you can get that part, that's your sketch, and then the last step you need to do is color code that. So I've got another example here of a sketch that I have finished and color coded. Thinking of our living space, I've coded that in red. Let's make sure I'm consistent here. Yeah, my living space should be red, so just lightly shade it. Don't get real heavy on your pencil, just a light shading so I can see that it's kind of reddish tone. My sleeping areas are blue, and then my service area should be green. Okay, so that's really the last step. And as long as you've drawn that on your graph paper, 1/4 inch scale, and we've used the templates, it should be relatively easy. Then we'll use this sketch to draw your final element of the project in SketchUp. So making this detailed and easy to read will make the next step much easier. Starting on Monday, we will begin the final phase of the project, at least the work portion, and that is to draw this in SketchUp. And I have a series of videos for you on that as well. So there is your assignment to complete between now and Monday, is to make your final sketch, add color coding, add details, and detail out the house the way that you as a designer want to make that. So hopefully you have some fun with the process here, and I look forward to seeing your work. Thank you for watching, and we will talk again on Monday. And have a nice Thanksgiving, guys and gals.